Welcome to my craft room. Cricut's got some new pop-up cards and they are totally cute. Now, first one I've got is, and I'm going to go ahead and post all three of these. So if you go to my channel or subscribe, you'll get the next two also. But first, I added, the Cricut card is like this. And I added the Happy Easter on there. And that is just another access image. So it's not hard to do. And then when you pop it open, look how cute that is. Look, plenty of room to write. And whoever you send it to is going to love it. So let's go make it. Okay, here we go. Now these new pop-up cards that Cricut has they are not under images. They are in these projects right here. So you're going to go up here to search. You're going to put pop up card and hit search. Now I've already done a bunch of these. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, I'm going to end up doing all of these. And as a matter of fact, the sunflower one that you see right here, I'm getting ready to, I'll upload next week. And also we're going to do the Easter basket and then also the flower basket right here. I'll do all three of those. Today we're going to do the Easter basket. So we're going to click on that and then hit customize and that'll put it on our canvas. There we go. I'm going to make this a little small. Okay, well, I'm not going to do, first we're going to go to actions and ungroup everything so they're all separate. Not going to do the envelope. This card comes out to be 5 by 7. This is very easy. You just cut it out and fold it. But if you use a store-bought card, you can get a box of them pretty much anywhere. Then you can do everything with 8.5 by 11 paper. So I'm not going to worry about doing the envelope. So the only thing that we need to do is add the Happy Easter thing. So we're going to go to images. You're going to go up here. All images start with #M. So that's what we're going to start with. Then you've got an AE 410 B7. Now, normally I will put a whole list of the stuff that we're going to pull up on images, but this is the only one we're using. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to hit insert. Now, this one, look, it uses pretty much the same colors as what we're doing. We will move everything around so they will all be the same yellows, the same pinks, and all that stuff. So that's less paper that you have to cut out. And, but first let's make this the right size. You're going to go down here to edit. And we're going to do the height this time. And it's going to be 2.5. Okay, so let's do that. And then 2.5. There you go. Now, this is how I decide. Let's pull out the main card. And this is going to go right there. Just like that. Boom, you're done. Simple, easy. Okay? But we need to sync all the colors. So there's two different ways you can do that. You can do this layering, see right here? This is the whole thing that we've got. Okay? And I'm going to keep all the purple. Do light purple and dark purple. You just need a few things to a little bit of dark and light purple, except I am going to change this one right here. You highlight it, make it gray. Come down here to the bottom left hand where it says basic cut. Come up here, and I do want to make this the dark purple instead. Okay, just because I want a little more contrast. This is the background of the Happy Easter, see? So you're going to have 3 layers of background. So then we are going to make sure all these yellows are the same. So we're going to do the yellows first. Whoops, I hit the wrong thing. Basic. And then this is, I'll tell you what, I think this is the right yellow, but I am going to double check. If you don't, it's for me, I kind of like doing this, this way. It's just easier for me. But if it's easier for you to, and you're going to need to leave these dark Okay, see how you have this dark edge along the egg? You are going to need to leave that dark, but the rest of everything can go to the lighter yellow, which is the same yellow as, let me show you, as your eggs up here, up next to the, so let's see, what are we missing now? The smaller oval right here, you see? This is the back, and that's going to stay the dark, but this needs to change to the lighter yellow. Okay, there we go. Now, did we get all the yellows? Light, 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 light. Okay, now that's how you can do it that way. Let me show you the other way to do it. You hit sync instead. Now, see, you see all these different things here? Okay, we're going to leave this first egg oval, the dark, but I want everything to match the rest of the card. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to move them down so they match the other green that we're using. And all you do is you hold down the little three lines, and you just drag them down. Okay? But again, I'm going to leave that one all done, okay, because it needs to be darker for contrast to make it look 3D. Then the purple, as you can see, everything's the light, but I am going to change these two purples so they're the same. You got a light purple and a dark purple. Let's make sure we got all the purples. Yep, we sure did. Then the pinks. You got a light pink and a dark pink. And so what I want to do is, there's only 3 of these guys down here, the rabbit and the eggs. So I want to pull these up so they're going to match. And that way we don't have to come up with a whole nother color pink. There's no reason for that. Less mats, less cutting. Easier to use your scraps, all that good stuff. Okay, there we go. So now we've got the dark green for the grass. We've got the light green. We've got the light purple and the dark purple. The basket's going to stay the same, except these two right under the basket here, the white, we're going to switch those and make them all the same white. See right here? So, and we got the dark pink and the light pink. So let's move these whites. We want them all to be the same, and we'll cut them all together. Let's drag this one down into this white. There we go. The pinks, the whites, the yellows. Oh, look, we got more whites. So we are going to put these up. There's no use of doing these in separate because there's different shades of white. So, and because we're using 2 different things, so they're giving you a different shade, but really it's easier for us to just have them all the white of the same shade. Okay, there we go. We've got the dark green, the medium green, the light green, the dark purple, the light purple, the basket, we're not changing that, the dark pink, the light pink, the white, and the dark yellow, the light yellow. Boom, we're done. Okay, so we're going to turn off sync real quick. And that's it. Let's make sure you got your height 2.5 inches. And that's all. So go cut it out. And I will meet you over at the craft table and we'll put it together. Okay, guys, here we are at the craft table. As you can see, it's well loved. And we are going to start working on the outside. Here's the tip that I use. I put everything on paper plates. I use them over and over and over and over again, but it's easier for me to keep track of everything. Here's the front of our card. So this will go on the inside. Here's the front. So let's make the Hoppy Easter that's going on the front first, okay? So here's this. Here's the background. Okay. Let's make the eggs first, okay? So here, let's get all of our little egg parts. We need the white backgrounds. Okay, here's another tip. I keep up whatever I'm putting together on my iPad so I can see exactly how it goes. These are all kind of separate from it. You're going to glue them on later. Okay, so let's do these. They can be drying. They each have their own little background. They each have 2 tones of each color. And then we have the little wigglies. Oh, here it is. 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 But I'm missing one. I bet it's around here somewhere, and I just didn't grab it. No biggie. I'll add it later. I don't need it to show you what to do, okay? So first thing is the darker egg is going to go on the bottom, the darker of the egg part, okay? And it's kind of help it to be a little 3D. See, look like that. So you're just going to have a little sliver of the darker color that's going to show. You just match up the little holes, okay? So here is the green and the green, the pink and the pink, and then the green does not have a white background because it is going to be the O in the hoppy, okay? So don't worry if you only have this. And don't worry if you've missed one of your little squigglies. I probably left it on the canvas. Now, normally when I'm putting all this stuff together, I will just take it straight off the canvases. But since I'm showing this to you, we'll do it a little different. Now, I use art glitter glue, and as you can see, it's also well loved. I get the tip so it comes out really small so it won't crinkle my paper. And then I get the bigger refill. I will link these in the description, okay? And also, we're not going to be doing the envelope. These cards, some of them, if they are 5x7 size, which this one is, it's actually 10x7, but of course 5x7 when it's folded, it'll fit into a normal envelope that you can just buy at Michael's or whatever. So you can either make the envelope. Now, when I do make my envelopes, I bought some 12x18 copy paper. I'll link that below too. It's lighter, so you're not adding weight, especially if we're going to mail it. Okay. Okay. Now, let's make our little eggs. Okay. The green one, we do not need a background. So let's go ahead and do the green one first. I didn't test my glue. Oh, I just filled up my glue, so it's going to be a little. Now, I don't worry too much about, putting a ton of glue on these. If you're going to make something and people are going to be touching it a lot, totally different story. But if it's just like a card or it's a scrapbook page and it's going to be under the plastic or something like that, then I don't worry too much about putting a ton of glue on there because, it's not really going to be manhandled. If somebody's going to be touching it, if you're making something and somebody's going to be touching it a lot, then yeah, you want to put a lot of glue. Now on the pop-up part of the card, I will add a little extra glue. Did I just knock that off? Okay, where's my pink? I just had it. I bet I just knocked it off on the floor. How much you want to make a bet? That's usually what happens to me. So the pink, I'm going to go ahead and put it on. This is the larger piece. We just had it, and I know we just saw it. That's so funny. I'm terrible at this, aren't I? Okay, now I'm just going to put these on the white background. The green one does not have a white background. Okay. And don't put any glue up here where your little hole is going to show through. You don't want glue mucking it up there, right? So we're just going to put these, and these are kind of nice. It makes them look kind of 3D. There we go. And the purple. So, but I'm losing things right and left, aren't I? I know I had that other pink, but I don't need it to show you. So we're good. Okay, the pink goes on, the pink squiggly goes on the yellow, and I don't have that one. The purple goes on the pink, but I don't have the tie. I'm having a heck of a time here, aren't I? Wow. I had it all of it organized, and look at me. And I was saying, look, you got to put it on the plates to keep it organized. And what do? I lose them. That's okay. Whoops. Look at that. Sometimes my big old fingers. There we go. Let's pull it down just a little bit. Right there. Sometimes my fingers are just too big. Okay. That is good enough for right now. We'll put those back on the plate. Let's do our Happy Easter. Well, here. I can add the little squiggly after. I don't necessarily have to have it right this second. So that's going to go where the O goes. There we go. And now we're just going to match up all your letters. Okay. Make sure you can see. I normally would have, and I did. I thought I had checked all of them, but if you have some little dots still in there, just pop them out real quick. It's not a big deal. Okay. Now you'll see on this H, see how it has that little curve thing? That's so it'll fit right up next to the egg. So we want to make sure that we put this on at the right spot. There we go. Okay. I am going to speed up this part since you don't need to watch me do all of these letters, right? It's pretty simple. We're just going to follow. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit if you need to pause it rather than watch all the little details. As you can see, we're just putting the letters on the white background. Okay, pull it back just a little bit. There we go. Okay, there we go. We got all the letters. Now we just need to do these three layers. Now I put the darker layer on the very back just because I wanted it to pop out from the white of the card. Okay, so we're just going to put this, and it's going to be even all the way around. So it kind of just gives it a little bit of a little bit interest, a little bit of a. Then we're going to do this one. And then it's just that we just had to glue our words on. Very, very simple. Very simple. And this way we still kind of get the 3D effect because we get the different colors on there. Okay. Now you're going to leave pretty much the same amount of distance on this. And you'll be able to see it once you get it on there. Okay. And get it all, you know, even in its right spot. So I usually will pick one corner like the E, just like that. Okay, then I'll push it down, and then I'll make sure each one of my pieces, because sometimes it'll get bent up just a little bit as you're making it. There we go. And then let's do the happy. And then all we got to do is add our eggs. Again, I am missing the top, and I know I probably knocked them off onto the floor. So, but I can add those later after we're done. So, you always got to go with the flow, right? Okay, so there's that. And that is going to go right here. See how the dark purple really makes it pop out of the page. But before we glue that on, let's go ahead and do these inside. Okay, now on these other pop-out cards that I've been doing, some of them actually have the slits in these particular pieces right here, and that's what you're going to glue under. So you wouldn't immediately glue these on, but on this one, the slits are actually on this kind of doily piece right here that we're going to put on later. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to kind of make sure it's even all the way around like this. Okay. Let's see. And you're going to leave about 1/4 of an inch in the middle. Okay. Oh, let me move this out of the way so we can see better. Okay. Kind of like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Handmade cards are never going to be perfect, and that is part of their charm. Now, if you're worried about it being the right spot, then you can just lift it up like this and glue it. Okay, this doesn't, you don't need a ton of glue for this. Oh, I just moved it. Hold on. Let me move it in back to the right spot. There we go. That's good. There we go. Don't have to worry about a ton of glue on this because, again, now it is going to anchor your pop-up. So you do want to make sure, especially on these inside edges, to make sure that you have good, plenty of glue. So we're just going to do right around the edges. Now this side, you don't have to worry about putting glue in the middle, this area here, because make sure that I'm not bending the paper. But on this side, this is the cover, see? And look, this green's going to show through, so you need to make sure you don't put any glue there, okay? So on this one, I'm going to just do the outline, okay? Let's do that. And since it's got these cuts on them, I'm going to do right along the inside of these cuts too, just so I don't have a weak spot, because the cuts are there, but we're still not going to be in the way of the egg on the cover. Okay, so now we're going to get this guy lined up again, and you could do this same. Look, I got a missing thing. There we go, got it out. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we line up the top and the bottom of the green. That's going to be your biggest thing, and then have it about the same distance from each other. There we go. That looks pretty good right there. Let's see. Is it straight? No. I need to pull it in just a little bit, don't I? There we go. Okay. Instead, it's going to be easier for me just to do it here, just to make sure that the distance is the right. There we go. Just like that. Okay, there we go. Done. Now, let's glue our Happy Easter on. And I'll show you, and you can see on the graphic on your computer or your iPad or whatever, or your phone, whatever you're using, you can see where the eggs go, but I'm going to show you anyway. Okay. There we go, just like that. Okay. And then the purple is going to go here, okay? The pink is going to go here. And I'm going to go ahead and glue these down because I'm only missing the top parts, okay? And the yellow is going to go right here, okay? And I'll come back and finish up those. We don't need to, you don't need every little tiny detail, okay? So it kind of overlaps the R and the Y. Okay, it touches both of them. Then the pink one, it touches both of these corners, but leaves a little gap here. There we go. And the yellow one, I will have the rest of them on here, as you can see in the introduction and in the thumbnail. Okay, I'll get those all fixed up. And so if you need any more, you can go back and look at the thumbnail, or just go back and look at your graphic on your phone or your iPad, whatever you're using. Look, see? So the green's going to go here, the dark purple here. So basically that's it. Super simple. You just copy whatever you see. And there you go. Look at the front. You already got your front done. How cute is that? That's super cute, isn't it? Okay. Now it's time to make the pop-up basket. Okay, so I'm going to let this stay open so it can dry. And I suggest, after we get done with everything, for you to leave it open, the whole card. Leave it open for overnight, a few hours, something like that, because you don't want to close it and then it be glued together. Or the cover or anything have a little glue and it get glued to the envelope. Okay, that's the one thing you don't want. Okay, let's get our green pieces out. Okay, you see these with the little leaves? Okay, there's those. Then these are the side pieces, the big ones. So there's those. And then you've got these pieces. Okay, we're back. I got my son interrupted, so not a big deal. Happens a lot. That's what it is around here. So first we're going to glue the little bunny. Okay, get his pink going on there. So let's, hopefully while I was talking to my son, my glue didn't dry. Nah, we're good. Okay. We'll get the little bunny face glued on. Okay. So we can have some pink ears and a pink nose and some pink cheeks. I try to do this when I'm way far away, so I'm trying to get it. Okay, and this gets glued on to this one. You see this little round circle thing? And it shows that it's this and this. Look, so about right, his foot is right there. So we're going to switch it over. So you see this little foot part right here? You're going to line that up right there. See, like that? Okay, you got it? So we're going to put a little bit of glue right here. And we're going to line his little foot up right there. There you go. And then he is going to hold on to the green egg, okay? And all these eggs that we're going to attach to the grass here, all of them are going to have the slit that's up at the top, okay? Look, here's the other one. See how the slit's at the bottom? So all of these that we're going to go ahead and hook on are all going to have the slit that's at the top. And what you do here is you're going to slot it into his hand right there. See that? And then there's a tab back there. You see that tab? So I'm just going to sneak a little bit of glue back here behind the tab. There we go. Make sure it's straight. It's turned a little bit. There we go. And I think I'm going to sneak a little bitty. That's what's nice about these little nozzles of this glue. I'm going to put one little dot of glue right there on his arm. Okay. So there, now he is attached. And then the other two with the tabs, there's a tall one and a short one. The short one is going to be the pink, but we need the one with the top, remember? Slit on the top, always slit on the top for these. And we're going to attach it to this. And it looks like you leave a little bit of space. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here on the very end of this tab. Okay. And you're going to leave, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, something like that. Okay, there we go. Make sure it's straight. Okay, and then the yellow. And remember, slit on the top. And we're going to do the same thing here, but you're going to have a kind of a bigger gap, okay? So, because this tab is longer, you want it to sit up just a little bit higher, okay? So we're going to put this on there. There we go. Make sure it's straight. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, we got everything. Ha! Look what I just found on this plate. One of my missing little zigzaggies. I told you it would show up. Okay. Now, we've got all of those glued in. Okay, so now let's go ahead and build the inside of the basket. You're going to bend these in the middle. Okay, bend these tabs out like this. Okay, going out and these out. Okay, and then we're going to slide them in. This slit is going to go into this slit, just like this. Just like that, see? Can you see it from up above? I'll see if I see. Okay, and then oh, look at that. I did it backwards, sorry. Same thing. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side, just like that. Okay, there. Now, you see how you have a square? Okay, these will eventually bend out too. Okay, but you don't have to worry about those yet. Okay, and then this one, there we go. Okay, now you've got these square, and then these are going to kind of anchor it where they're going to go like this and like this, and it's going to anchor it down. Okay, so you need this one. Okay, see how this one has a middle slit? Okay, you need the one without the middle slit. That's going to go first, and it doesn't matter which way you put it. And you're going to put it in this middle slit right here. Okay, everything from now on is going to go this slit into this slit. Okay, so there's that one. Let me get this one lined up. There we go. Okay, and then you're going to slide it all the way to the bottom. Okay, there. See? See how that is? Okay, now this one is going to go directly across. You're gonna do like a cross, okay? And then this one is going to go in this middle slit right here. Okay, so let's get the outside two lined up. Okay, and then we're just going to line it up to the middle one. And look, it's going to go all the way to the bottom. Do you see that? You see? Got your two sides, and that kind of gives it some stabilization. See? Okay. Then we're going to put in, and it doesn't matter which way it's pointing. Okay. We're going to put in the pink. Okay. And it is going to go, it doesn't matter. Well, I'm going to put it in the very back here. Okay. Because you are going to have one side or the other. Okay. See how that, we just did exactly the same as these ones. We put it in the back two slits. Do you see that? Okay. Now, then we're going to turn it around like this. Okay. Then the yellow one is going to go in the back. And the bunny is going to go in the front ones, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up. First. We need to go... This one is the same as the pink, only it just doesn't have an egg attached, okay? So it needs to go here. I got ahead of myself real quick. Okay, we're going to do the exact same as we did the pink, only on the other side. If not... And it's got 3 little slits it needs to get into. Now, see that? You can see. Okay, you ready? Okay, now we're going to turn it. Okay, and then the yellow goes in the back one. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slits to line up. So it's going to take you a second. You just keep fiddling around with it and get it to where it goes all the way to the bottom, where it hits the bottom. Okay, look. See how they're all hitting the bottom? That's what we're going for. Okay, and now the yellow, and then look, you've got one more slit opening, and so we're going to do, the bunny goes in. Okay, I'm looking at the pictures here, and I think I'm wrong. I think I need, no, I'll tell you what, I'm not wrong. I just need to go this way. There we go. When you're going to put the yellow one in, make sure that your pink egg is on the right hand side. Sorry, we're going to go back and redo this, okay? Then we're going to, you just need to flip it around. It's not a big deal, okay? There we go. There we go. And then we're going to put the bunny in the front one. Okay. Again, you've got 5 different slits. You got to, but if you got it in pretty much a square, it's going to do it good. Okay. Now, the last thing you need to do, we're going to make these eggs 3D. Okay. So, of course, the green is going to slide onto the green. There you go. Just like that. Hold on. Okay, mine is getting hung up on the little leaves and stuff, and I'm trying to get it hung up on that. Okay, if it's getting hung up, just keep fiddling with it until you can get it free. There's a few little leaves and stuff that it can catch on, okay? There. See how it went all the way to the bottom? Okay, then let's do the yellow. One will be easier. There's not anything for it to catch on. There we go. And you're just going to push it all the way down. Okay, and then the pink one. There we go. Now, if you want to test your stuff, then when it folds into the card, look, it's all going to fold flat like that. So there we go. We're going to push it back up, and there is our front. Okay. Now, you're going to do the handle. Here's your handle, right? And you want, of course, the ink part, the part that's drawn on to face towards the bunny. And these middle ones that look leafy, see how these have leaves and these all have grass? You're gonna glue them right behind these leaves, okay? So we're gonna turn it around. Okay, there we go. And it's gonna go, let me pick it up and see if I can show you. You see where these leaves are? It's gonna go right behind that. We're gonna glue it right in, okay? So, you are going to put the glue on the front. Let's just do, you don't need much, okay? And you're gonna make it sure it goes down below the leaves. There you go, just like that. Okay, got a little glue right there. That's why I say leave it open. And then this one is going to go back behind this other leaf. Okay, do you see the leaf? Okay, now let me put a little bit of glue on it. There we go. And then we're going to glue it to the back of that one. Now, see, it still folds flat, so we're doing good. Okay, the next is the basket. Here's your basket. Okay, this one, first you're going to fold these tabs out. These are going to be your, mine didn't score quite the right way. That's okay. Okay, you're going to bend these all the way out like this. Okay, then you're going to bend each one of these and then glue the little tab together and make it round, okay? Now, some of these pop-up cards that I've made, and I've made a bunch of them, so you can check my channel. You do this, you wrap it around and then glue it, but this one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to glue this together first, and then we're going to drop the green part into the basket. So we can glue it ahead of time. There we go. We'll get it all and then you're going to fold this one too. There we go. There, like that. Okay, see? Okay, and we're going to glue right here. This glue that I use is really good paper-to-paper glue, and it glues really fast. It holds really well. The problem is, is that if you make a mistake, it's hard to undo it. Okay. You know, it's hard to take it apart and pull it out a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now, there. Okay, see this and this? Okay, now we are going to drop the green into here, and we want these tabs to match. Okay, and then we're going to glue them onto these pieces. Okay, and then we're going to glue them into the card, and you're going to be done. You're going to already have made this card. Look how quick and easy it is. Okay, so first we're going to drop this in. Okay, we're going to drop this in. And I'm going to kind of tuck those little tabs in, but you don't have to be super easy with them. Just come back under here and make sure the tabs are pulled out and make sure that they match up. See, that's the problem with turning it upside down, is that you lose your eggs. So let me throw these back on here. It's not a big deal. Nothing is a big deal. We're still having fun here. And they are going to be so impressed with your really cool pop-up. Have you seen those pop-ups like Hallmark and stuff at the store? They're like $10. That's crazy. And the nice thing about cards is a lot of times you can just use up your scraps, right? I don't have mine centered the tabs in the right spot. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna make sure, look, see how it folds flat? Look at that. How ingenious is that? I wish I had the brain enough to be able to think of this stuff. Okay, now the next thing is we need to glue the tabs up under here. Okay, and okay, so we're just gonna slide these in. Okay, you got to get both sets. I'm going to try and do this without where you can see it. It's hard for me to do it at this angle. Okay. It'll be easier for you because you don't have to have you don't have to make sure that you're in the right spot for the camera. Okay, I'm going to just hold on to this because you've got 2 layers of tabs, and then I'm going to grab them from behind. There, see? Okay, as long as you have, pull this over a little bit. Okay. As long as you have it right up against the edge of the little opening there, you're going to do good. Now, and your eggs will probably fall back off again, but that's okay. We can just throw them back on, okay? So you're going to go like this, and you are going to glue these down really good. So I'm going to throw some glue underneath here. I'm going to throw some glue underneath each of these green ones. Okay, make sure that I have them all the way as far as they'll go. Kind of in the middle there. Look at it. Yep, see? Okay, look, there. Okay, and then when we glue them on, I'm going to glue really good around these tabs, okay? We have lost our whole basket. Not a big deal. We are going to fix that here in just a minute. But there's no use in me worrying about it right this second because now I've got to get it in this other one. There we go. Okay, we're going to do the exact same thing again. Okay, oops. I'm not getting my greens in. Okay, there we go. Let me get this other green in here. Come on. There we go, just like that. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to glue really good underneath here. Make sure we've got them all the way to the edge, then underneath each of the green ones. There we go. And if yours all fell out like mine did, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you how to put them back, okay? But I tell you what's probably going to be a good idea. Now, you see this right here? You are going to want to match up the edges of these white with the edges of the green, okay? So why don't we go ahead and glue this in now, and then we can go ahead and put everything back, okay? But let me make sure that I have it in the front. Okay, wait, better check my... There we go. There we go, like that. You know what? I don't like that. There we go. Okay, now, see right here? Okay, it's going to go right in the middle. You know, doesn't have to be perfect. And these white edges are gonna line up with the green edges of each side of the paper. Okay. So first, let's do one side. We're gonna put some pretty good glue on this because this one is gonna take the most tension because it's the one that's gonna anchor all this stuff to unfold. Okay. So let's get a good line of glue around the edge. Okay, and around this edge. Right along here. Make some good around the tabs to make sure they stay glued in really good. There we go. Now, okay, it's going to be hard for me to see because I'm trying to do this with the camera. So, we are going to line this up. And, you know, doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody's going to look at it and go, oh, you didn't get it exactly in the middle. They'll never notice. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's lined up with the green. Get it good and glued down there. There we go. See, just like that. Make sure it's going to fold good. Now, we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. See? Like this. Okay. Okay. Again, we're going to put it all the way around this edge. And this stuff dries clear, so if a little bit shows outside in the little cuts, it's not going to be a big deal. Glue it really good on these tabs. Okay. There we go. Now, on this one, you want to make sure that the edges match, okay? Like across right here. The bottom one matches, the top one will match. So you're going to put it right at the edge of the green paper. You're going to make sure that it's exactly the same way across. Oh, I need to go up a little bit right there. Make sure I get it in there in the right spot, like that. I'm going to fold it and really smush down on it. There we go. Okay. Now, uh-oh. Even that little piece came undone. Hold on. We just need to get them back in their little spots. It's not a big deal. It's really simple. Okay. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Now, here's this guy. Oh, is he in the front? Yeah. Okay. There he goes. There we go. And this guy is... Whoop. Sorry, I didn't do it in right. Depending on which ones that yours came out. But remember, this matches the pink egg one, but it doesn't have an egg on it. There we go. Now, let's put the bunny back in. There we go. Just like that. And the yellow guy goes in the back. Let's see. There we go. We've got our eggs in. Let me put the pinks and the greens back in. And we are going to be done. Now, once you get these in here, because you're not dumping it upside down and stuff, it'll stay. Because, of course, you're not manhandling it like we were. I mean, your card person that's getting the card will not be pulling on it or turning it upside down or anything. Now, look at that. Look how cute is that? Look how good it turned out. Now, look. Like magic. Boom. You did it. Look at that cute card that you made. How cute is that? You did a great job. Great job.